Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Music Den. I'm your host, Armando Venditti, hoping you guys are having a good day. And again, above all else, that you're indeed looking after yourselves and one another. Today, ladies and gentlemen, before I get into the show at hand that we're going to do, I want to welcome back to the channel Bluebeard, otherwise known as Bill Schuster.
Arr.
That's right. How's it going, Bill?
Doing well, Armando, Bluebeard and all.
There you go. There you go. I'm surprised you still have that color in your beard. It's been a while since you put it in, but did you do a touch up?
I did.
You did. Okay.
Yeah.
You did, or you?
Grandkids are coming back today and they appreciate it too. So,
Well, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we want to welcome you back to Tripping Through the 70s, or as we like to call it, Bell Bottom Central. Um, you know, we're having fun with this series. And in this episode, we are tackling 1977. What Bill and I have done is we've picked seven tracks overall, five top hits, two honorable mentions from each year, from 1970 to 1979. And it's been fun. Before we started taping, we just talked about how much fun we've been having just going back through all these songs. And personally, for me, it was nice to revisit some older music and some stuff that we haven't talked about on this channel before. You know, you can't, it was nice to not rely on old reliable, as people say. You know what I mean? Just to go back to the usual suspects, but just to
yeah.
sort of branch out a little bit and do something a little different. So, without further ado, I will pass the virtual mic over to Bluebeard as he takes another swig of coffee. Lucky bastard, I couldn't get mine in enough. And he's going to give us his number five pick for 1977.
All right. Thank you, sir. My number five last year was a theme song for a television show. Well, my number five this year is not that, but this guy is a two-hit wonder. And the hit I'm not going to talk about was also recycled for a television theme song. That show was Golden Girls, and the song was "Thank You for Being a Friend."
Andrew Gold.
Yes, but Andrew Gold had another hit, and that's the one I'm talking about. And that hit is "Lonely Boy."
Oh my God, yeah. I forgot about that one. Okay.
Oh, 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 what a lonely boy. Oh, what a lonely boy. We'll teach him how to fight, be nobody's fool. Oh, such a weird little song. The concept of it, it's not a love song. It's not really a novelty. It's just a song about parents raising this kid. And as I said, we'll teach him how to fight to be nobody's fool. And his sister comes along. He gets jealous because he thought he was the only one, but he wasn't. Not
Mhm.
anymore.
Mhm.
I mean, it's kind of a sob story. Like, almost kind of want to say, get over yourself, kid. but
Yeah.
but it's a great song. Andrew Gold wrote a hell of a catchy song here, and it was, like I said, very unique lyrically for such a big hit. Um, so kudos to him for mining unusual lyrical ground there. I think this one, unlike "Thank You for Being a Friend," has kind of been forgotten. Maybe
Hmm.
that one's kind of hard to forget, being the theme song for the Golden Girls, but this one kind of, I think, still flies under the radar these days.
Hmm.
But I've never forgotten it. I still really love this weird little song, and good job to you, the late Andrew Gold.
Fantastic, fantastic. That also ended up on quite a few 90s compilations, like uh, compilations that came out in the 90s on the 70s, on the 70s. But a good track. Good track. All right. I'm gonna start this off by saying just because a track is number five does not mean that it's bad in any way, shape, form, or fashion. It's just the way you have to number them in some order. My number five pick, ABBA, Knowing Me, Knowing You,
Oh yeah.
from the album Arrival, featuring Dancing Queen, Money, Money, Money. Um, which came out in 76, late 76, but single one came out in 77 for Knowing Me, Knowing You, featuring Frida Lingstad on vocals. Uh, Again, between Agneta being a soprano and uh, Annifrid or Frida being a mezzo soprano, the combination of their vocals together, their voices, blended beautifully. And even the lead off lyric, no more carefree laughter, silence ever after. In these old familiar rooms, children would play. Like, whoo! Now there's only emptiness, nothing to say. That's the lead off verse. It's like, hoo, hoo, hoo. You know what's coming. Okay. Like eventually, right? And it's
There's
just
nothing we can do.
beautifully crafted. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I have no idea, but yeah, you know what's going on. And you know, the video being directed by Lasse Hallström, and would go on to direct the Cider House Rules later on, many years later. But just a beautifully constructed pop song. Uh, the the keyboard and guitar line that twin together on the choruses, just amazing, just amazing, um, and very heartfelt. This is where, for me, the Arrival album is where ABBA turned the corner lyrically, because the earlier albums and Bjorn Ulvaeus, can't believe I say these names properly. I get tongue-tied usually. But Bjorn said that the lyrics for the first few albums were like sort of just done to sort of have things rhyme, like put words together that rhyme that really didn't, that were kind of childish or kind of immature. But when you get to Arrival, the album, the lyrical content changes and it gets more in depth and more personal, like Knowing Me, Knowing You. There's another song on there called My Love, My Life with Agneta on lead vocals. And it's also talking about the end of a relationship. And it's beautiful. It is simply beautiful. So that's my number five. Knowing Me, Knowing You from ABBA.
Awesome. I'm certainly not going to argue against ABBA. Just a quick entertaining note that's related. I just found out that our local community high school, for their annual high school play production, just did Mamma Mia this year.
Cool.
So
Yeah, yeah, I love me
I
some.
didn't get to see it, sadly. I would have loved to have gone if I'd have known, but yeah, I found out
Yeah.
too late. Yeah,
Yeah, no,
so
no, no, that's great. I saw the musical like four times.
nice.
Yeah. So,
You know, ABBA
uh,
lives on.
oh yeah.
They're
Oh yeah.
eternal.
Yeah. Mm.
All right, great pick. Um, all right, my number four. It could have been any number of songs by this guy throughout this decade. He was one of the biggest superstars of the 70s, plus 60s, 80s. Um, he probably had the biggest album of 76. And this is from that album. It's Sir Duke by Stevie Wonder.
Ooh, okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
and
Songs in
I
the Key
couldn't
of
have
Life.
picked any number of. I mean, obviously, "Songs in the Key of Life" is a masterpiece. It's absolutely brilliant, legendary double album. But Sir Duke has always been kind of special to me because I'm a huge Duke Ellington fan.
Yeah.
I mean, Duke Ellington is one of my all-time favorite artists. And this happened, the song was recorded and released 2 years after Duke died. And obviously, Stevie was a fan. He named a song after Duke Ellington and name checked some other folks in there. There's Basie Miller, Satchmo, and the king of all, Sir Duke. And with a voice like Ella's ringing out, there's no way the band can lose. And yeah, I'm a big Louis Armstrong fan. He's got Satchmo in there, and I'm a big Ella fan, talking
Hmm.
about Ella Fitzgerald. So yeah, aside from Stevie Wonder just being practically unstoppable throughout this whole era, the fact of this lyrical content here and the legends that he's talking about here really puts it over the top for me.
Hmm.
And if people stop and look at these lyrics, if it even makes one person go, huh, I wonder why Stevie Wonder wrote a song about this Duke Ellington guy. Maybe I should go check him out. That is freaking awesome.
Yeah,
I, even one person gets that
yeah,
out,
that,
goes and checks out Duke and finds him. That's great. So good
yeah,
job, Stevie.
yeah, I agree. And it shows the power of music.
Mm-hmm. It's a world within itself with a
Yeah,
language we all understand.
yeah. No, it's true. It's true. That's a good one. I have that on vinyl actually. Songs in the Key of Life. I bought it when I moved here, and I got pissed off because my copy, I got it secondhand, but my copy, one of the tracks skips.
Yeah, the risks of records.
Oh yeah, so I gotta. You know what? I'm gonna find that on CD and get myself a copy on CD. You know, why not?
Why not?
There you go. There you go. That's a good one. My next one is Barracuda. Heart. Uh, Fantastic rhythm guitar, fantastic tempo, just a good ass-kicking rock song. Sorry, I sound like I'm speaking like an immigrant here. Sorry. Uh, just a good song. And the idea behind the song was Ann Wilson taking aim at a reporter who did an interview um, with them, and th this all stems from the story is this all stems from the first album, Dreamboat Annie, with the advertisement that Mushroom Records put up, uh, a small label from Seattle that they signed to. They put up with the picture of them looking at the camera, having a number one hit, saying it was our first time, or you know, and the reporter asking Anne about her relationship with Nancy and implying it was a lesbian relationship. And Anne got really pissed off, really pissed off. And she went back to the hotel room that they were staying in. This was on tour, and she wrote this song, Barracuda, as a direct attack on that reporter. Good. I don't give a shit. Good. Um, because people shouldn't get away with that kind of bullshit. Um, it was our first time meeting, referring to their first number one song. No salacious or, uh, you know, double entendre meaning at all, but bullshit the way they did it. So yeah, Barracuda, just a kick-ass track, fantastic guitar work, good tempo on the drums. Uh, this was heart rocking out, you know, and no one could do it better at this point in time.
Yeah. Classic original band.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
I love me some Ann and Nancy, but yeah, that original band in particular was something special.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
My
yeah,
God.
I question the record company's motives with that advertisement there, frankly.
It
I
was, yeah, it
record
was,
company
it
did
was just, you
them
know
to,
what? It was the time frame. It was the 70s,
yeah.
uh, very misogynistic,
Mhm.
and it backfired on them because they wanted out of the contract shortly after that with Mushroom. And yeah, it's just stupidity. But all right, your next one, number three.
My number three. All right, we're gonna get a little soulful but poppy. Um, Later on in his solo career, the guy who sang this song would get maybe a little too schmaltzy, but he could do no wrong with his love songs with the Commodores. I'm talking about Lionel Richie, of course. The Commodores doing Easy.
Ooh,
Easy like Sunday morning.
just to there. Oh,
sounds funny,
Oh my
but I just
God.
can't
Yeah.
stand the pain. Girl, I'm leaving you tomorrow. Oh my God. Yeah. Lionel was,
Woo. Oh my,
he
yeah.
was untouchable here, but
That's why I'm
uh,
easy.
and he's,
Oh God,
and
that was.
the background, the guys in the background.
Yeah, oh my God.
Yeah.
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 That's
Lionel did
just
a
at
lot of
nine
great
o'clock
stuff with
tonight,
that.
guys. It gets better. We're just warming up. You know what I mean? Like, it's just,
Yeah.
yeah,
This,
yeah.
again, I could pick any number of Commodore songs, and well, frankly, there might be more coming in future editions of this series. I won't say anything for certain,
Mm,
but yeah,
mm,
easy.
mm.
Never, never, never gets old. It's one of
Woo.
the best songs Lionel ever wrote.
Yeah,
Classic Commodore's tune, and
yeah,
the
yeah.
band
No,
absolutely adds to it. I really feel in general the stuff that Lionel did was superior when he had the Commodores there with him compared to most of his solo hits.
well, yeah. I mean, I think he hit his peak with "Can't Slow Down" from '83.
Yeah, it was
You know,
big.
but I mean, yeah. I mean, but also when you have people like Jeff Porcaro on drums for "Running with the Night" and Steve Lukather doing the guitar solo on "Running with the Night," that is
The
just
omnipresent Toto guys.
woo, sweet, sweet Jesus, good Lord. Um, yeah, no, amazing, good song, good track. My number three is 10cc with "The Things We Do for Love"
Like walking in the rain and the snow.
with "Nowhere to Go."
Yes.
And you're feeling like a part of you is dying, and you're looking for the answer in her eyes. I mean, it's like, yeah, ooh, you made me love you. I mean, it's like, oof. Mm.
To
This
break up
song, I mean,
rituals to make up.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, ain't it true? I mean, it's like it's got that doo-wop kind of feel to it, but I mean, just the this is to me this okay. It's from Deceptive Bends. This left Eric Stewart and
Graham
was it
Gouldman.
Graham Gould. Yeah, Godley and Crumb had left by this point, and this was their first sort of make it or break it kind of situation with the album because they had to prove that they could do it without Godley and Crumb, and they proved that they could do it. You know, this was a pretty much uh, a breakout hit for the band in terms of chapter two of their existence. But yeah, I mean, 3 minutes and change, just about almost 4 minutes, but just a really well crafted pop track. Uh, beautiful, beautiful harmonies, beautiful production on it. Again, deceptive bends. When you've got the guy in the scuba suit on the cover carrying a woman in the bathing, I'm like, come on, what are we doing here? You know. But yeah, just a great track. Just a great track. I remember my sisters buying this single as a kid and never really appreciating it at this point when it was first released, but going back and listening to the harmonies and just the track itself and doing other shows, I love this track. I think it's fantastic.
I agree.
Yep. Yep. Okay. Your next one,
All
number,
right. Number two. All
yeah,
right. I'm gonna speak briefly about a musical family here. Um,
not the Partridge Family.
no, not the Partridge Family. Um,
I think I love you. Okay.
yes, David Cassidy thinks he loves you, definitely. um,
Good for him.
I'm,
Go on.
I'm talking about the Houston family. Whitney, of course, is a legend. Late Whitney Houston, massively popular, huge success for a long period of time, tons of hits. And of course, her mother, Sissy Houston. But to me, it was Thelma Houston, Aunt Thelma. and her song "Don't Leave Me This Way" that
Ooh.
killed anything and everything the others did. This features one of the greatest transitions in all of music for me. One of my all-time favorites. It's you know how certain songs they'll have something. It might just be a couple seconds, but they'll make the song. They'll put it over the top. Just that perfect little addition to me. It's where it she goes starts out with the "Don't leave me this way" and that slow, soulful, sultry thing, but then right before the chorus, you hear this "Oh baby," and then the
Yeah.
music kicks in. Oh my god, that kicks my ass
Yeah.
every time.
Yeah.
That
Because then
transition,
yeah, because
perfection.
under yeah, it's the vocal swell. Yeah. Yeah,
Yes,
I get it. And then
that is
under
amazing.
but underneath the vocal swell, you hear the drum doing like a double time on the snare. That boom. Oh yeah.
Oh
It
yeah, the production
kicks it
on
into
this is immaculate. This is just a perfect song. This I was talking about getting into a bit of disco. This is kind of I don't know if this is full on disco, but it's close enough.
it's disco. It's disco. I mean, but you know what? There was some good disco stuff. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
there's a ton of it. Yeah, but
Woo!
yeah, Thelma Houston, "Don't Leave Me This Way." Just wow,
Mm,
still
mm.
gives me chills. That part of the song in particular, but the whole song is great.
My heart is full of love and desire for you. So come on
Yeah.
down and do what you got to do. Like, oh, please. You know, Tyler Perry did, I don't know if you know Tyler Perry, uh,
Mhm.
when he does his character Medea,
Yeah.
right? And whenever Medea hears a lyric like that, she's like, I just got pregnant. Oh my God, it was so good. I just got pregnant. I mean, that's what I feel when I hear that, like when you're talking like that, it's like, I just got pregnant kind of a thing. It's like, whoo, it's that good, So yeah, no, I get it. I get it 1000%. Ooh, yeah, that was good. That's good.
Your number two.
Um, my number two, Blinded by the Light, Manfred Mann's Earth Band. The full length version, and like I said, the original was Bruce Springsteen. The full length album version, not the truncated, cut down to shit single edit that was released to radio. This is the full length album version. Mm, mm, mm. The entire arrangement, I mean, Springsteen's original from Greetings from Asbury Park is more just a slowed down version. This is a sped up, like on steroids kind of thing. It's like it's the swirling keyboards, the I guess you call them the spacey keyboards effect that they have on it. Just that sort of like 0 to 100 miles an hour keyboard run that they do going into the chorus. That sped up, that how they do it. It's amazing. It's amazing, and I believe it's Chris Thomas, uh,
Chris Hamlet Thompson.
Chris Thompson. Sorry, on lead vocals. He has just that. He's got a great tone in his voice, but he's also just on the cusp of raspy.
Yeah, this was his first album with the band too. He replaced Mick Rogers.
Yeah, and
Hell of a way to begin his tenure.
woo, woo,
A number one hit.
just amazing, just amazing. But I mean, like, just he has really good control in his vocal delivery, and he just reaches the edge of raspy,
Yeah.
right? And in terms of, but then he reels it in and just nails it. Just fucking nails it. It's amazing, amazing. That's my number two, Blinded by the Light by Man from Man's Earth Band.
The only reason that didn't make my list is because of my self imposed rule where I'm just looking at the single versions, because the single version is an abomination. But the original full album version is an absolute masterpiece, and
That's
they
why I didn't use
destroy
this.
Springsteen's original.
Oh,
They make it into something altogether better. I just, wow, in every way.
yeah, not to repeat myself, but I just got pregnant. There you go.
Yeah.
Just
And really, that whole album is great. The Roaring Silence. All right, really, Manfred Mann's Earth Band in the '70s is highly underrated, and You all should look into them. They're a lot more than just this.
Yeah.
They're a lot more than Springsteen and Dylan covers. Uh, hard
Yeah.
as that may be to believe, but
Yeah.
yeah, brilliant. That's absolute masterpiece
Yeah.
and a really weird number one hit.
Oh, I know. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, you look at Rhapsody, but Bohemian Rhapsody from 75, but at the same
Yeah.
time, to
All right.
me, just so again, Jimmy Page said this, but in an interview once, but to him, the 70s was a complete 360 of brilliance. You had all different types of music genres going on, cross, pollinating, whatever, just melding together, and it was original.
Mhm.
Maybe the songs were covered, some songs were covered, like, but the arrangements and the attack on them and the way they approached them was original. And he said it was simply wonderful. I would agree. To me, this is where I said before, this is where I consider myself more comfortable, a child of the 70s. I mean, my teenage years were in the 80s, of course, but I consider myself a child of the 70s because of the music. The music was what got me, you know? And okay, I'll shut up. Go ahead. Your next
All
one.
right. All right. Well, you mentioned this band already this year. I'm going for the big obvious one here because I just can't help myself. It's not my favorite song by them, but it's very, very, very close. It's Dancing Queen by ABBA. This, wow, my God, this is just an expression of pure, innocent joy of youth, musically and lyrically. It's just,
Yeah.
yeah, it's magic.
Yeah.
I mean, from the opening, that keyboard swirl, that
That
just,
piano.
yeah, oh my God, yeah. And the just the innocent vocals, the ah, wow.
Friday night and the lights are low, looking out for a place to go.
It's like
Ooh.
this young girl coming of age, but there's nothing, no matter what the lyrics say, there's nothing salacious about it. It's
Yeah.
not really sexual. There's a certain, it's like I said, it's innocence and joy. It's yeah.
Yeah. I get you 1000%. When I talk about ABBA, when I've mentioned ABBA before, the phrase I used for ABBA was sophisticated innocence.
Yeah, very nice. Yes. Yeah, that absolutely describes it.
I didn't mean to cut you off. Keep going.
No, that's all right.
You're
Yeah,
doing
this
wonderfully. Go ahead.
this is obviously kind of a cliche as far as, picking a song by ABBA, but frankly, it really deserves it. If I had to pick a favorite, it's SOS has always been my particular favorite, but Dancing Queen it's right there. It's popular or not, I don't care. This is another masterpiece. It really is pure, perfect pop song
Yeah.
and well deserved popularity.
Yeah. Yeah. Sophisticated innocence all the way. All the way. Mm, mm. God, you got a cigarette? No, okay. I'm good. I'm good. Okay. My number one on the list, I'm gonna start crying here.
Oh,
Telephone line, ELO.
oh, I knew I was going to be on your list. Yeah.
A new world record released at the end of 76. Telephone line, track two, side one. My God. Just a little keyboard intro, that ascending that comes in, builds, and then you hear the little sort of three note intro to the phone call. And then, just the opening lyric, hello, how are you? Have you been all right?
Lonely, 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 lonely nights. That's what I'd say.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you anything if you pick up that telephone. It's just like, oh my God.
Yeah. Jeff Lynne did a hell of a job on that.
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
That's how good the song is.
Yeah, yeah. it's hard to listen to that because he's pleading, give me a chance, talk to me. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. I'm crying. Like I'm not able to hold the tears back. It's hard. But it's that good. And is that it is it's it's complex in its arrangement, but simplistic in its message that it's conveying. And it is simply brilliant. I'm sorry. With the strings, I mean, his Beatles influence is on his sleeve. You know what I mean? Like he's wearing it on his sleeve. But this is a pure example of pop brilliance on display. And nothing, in my opinion, can beat this song. So,
I'd say the only reason it didn't make my list, I purposely left it off because I knew it would be on your list.
yeah,
So I didn't
thank
want to
you.
be purposely redundant.
You know what? It don't matter. It don't matter. Okay. Your honorable mention for 77, your first one, as he takes a sip of water. Okay, go
All
ahead.
right. I changed my two honorable mentions between episodes because my two honorable mentions were a bit more, they're both legendary songs, but they're like big bands that we talk about a lot. Queen in Kansas, spoilers. They were the bands I was going to talk about.
Yeah.
I'm going to go a different direction though for something. My first one is by a band. I got my first album by them when my mom and stepdad Max got together because Max was a big fan of this band and he had the very record that this song is on. It's "Heard It in a Love Song" by the Marshall Tucker Band. They are a an American southern rock, country rock band,
Yeah.
but they incorporate jazz, blues, they're like jam band stuff, all kinds of. They were a pretty amazing band back in those days. I've
Yeah.
become a really huge fan of them over the years. And I heard it in a love song. I've said about things like, Jackie Blue wasn't necessarily representative of the Ozark Mountain Daredevils. Well, heard it in a love song just might be representative of the Marshall Tucker Band.
Yeah.
If you don't like this song, you might not like the Marshall Tucker Band. But if you do like it, it's well worth digging further into their catalog. This was a big hit. It's very much about a guy who is avoiding commitment. He doesn't want to stick around too long and get in any deeper than he already is, so he runs away every time. There's the third verse in particular. I'm gonna be leaving at the break of dawn.
Yeah.
Wish you'd come, but I don't need a woman tagging along. Gonna sneak out that door, could stand to see you cry. I'd stay another year if I saw a teardrop in your eye.
Ooh.
In a love song. Oh my, yeah. I mean, he doesn't want to see her cry because he knows
Yeah.
that's going to put it over the top. He can't leave. Then he's got to get out before it gets too deep.
Yeah. Exactly.
So he's kind of an
No.
asshole, really.
Yeah. But I'm a Larnac asshole.
Yeah. Yes.
No, I
Now,
get it. I
just
get it.
this is one of those mondegreen, I believe is the term for misheard lyrics. My wife Stacy, as well as many other people, have long heard this the chorus as "Pretty Little Love Song"
Okay,
or
yeah.
"Pretty Little Love Song," "Purdy,"
Yeah, party. Yeah.
but no, it's "Heard It in a Love Song." Can't
Okay.
be wrong. So yeah, but yeah, Marshall Tucker Band, folks, check them out. They go deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
got the
No,
flute, they got the sax, they got just wonderful stuff. Yeah, well worth checking out.
yeah. Well, thank you for bringing some levity into the conversation after talking about telephone line and me crying here. Um,
This is another party little love song, just
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, yeah. My first honorable mention is okay, we're gonna go there, is Year of the Cat, Al Stewart. Um, I'm new to Al Stewart. I've heard just little snippets of this song over the years, but I just think it's a beautiful arranged piece, nice mid-tempo, uh, and his vocal style is very unique to me. Uh, Very subtle. You know, I guess you classify him as adult contemporary. Um, I've read Roger Taylor did some work with him. I believe it was on this album or the album before, but he did some session work with him. Um, Good pedigree, Roger Taylor, of course. But, not that I'm a fan of Queen, but there you go. Okay, but no, I just think that this is a beautiful song, beautiful sentiment, just beautiful arrangement, very mellow, very easygoing. You know, it's a nice album to put on a weekend night when you're just at home when you want to chill. You know, that's it. No, no, no deep meaning behind it. No subversive message or like, I want to get down into the subconscious understanding of what he's trying. No, no, no. It's a good song. You know what I mean? It's a good song. Okay. I like it. You're the cat. I'll Stewart.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's a classic. And yeah, it doesn't get overly energetic and it doesn't need to. It's not meant to. It's
No,
just supposed to be one of those songs you just kind of sit back and relax and go on the ride. Just chill.
go for it, baby. Go for it. Yeah. No. You're next. Honorable mention.
All right, I'm gonna kind of stay on my theme of Southern rock, country rock here with my replacement pick. But this one's a bit of a poppier band. Um, their pedigree begins with one of their members was in the Classics 4 at a hit with Spooky back in the 60s. This is the Atlanta Rhythm section.
Ooh.
So into you. I am so into you.
I just got pregnant again. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah.
I'm so into you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, these guys were great.
Mm,
They actually had a bunch of major and minor hits throughout this era.
mm,
Um, they for a southern rock band, they really were a successful pop band, and they were studio guys. They knew what they were doing.
mm,
Um, yeah,
mm,
you
mm.
get you a Atlanta Rhythm Section greatest hits album, and you're going to recognize most of the songs on it.
There's an actual box set that's available of all their albums. Um, I didn't buy it, just so you know.
Tempting.
Very tempting. I canceled the order, but I might just get that eventually. But no, that's a good one. Just his vocal delivery is like, "I'm so into you."
Yeah,
Like
very
it's just like,
country.
ooh. I just got pregnant again. Like I just like, mm, mm. Okay.
Southern rock and disco and soul, and we're all over the place,
Yeah, we're a
folks.
smorgasbord. I'm gonna in terms of the musical selection. My last honorable mention is Lido Shuffle, LeBoS Gags. From the tranquil, cerebral setting of Year of the Cat, we're going into just a good ass shaking groove. Good, shuffle drum pattern, great horns, and just says Lido. I can't even do the
Yeah,
you know, whoa, like whatever, like his whole like his vocal runs. It's like, whoo, one for the money, two for the show. It's like,
lead on the wedding fall, oh, Lido.
I can't even do it. You can do it better. I can't do it. It's just a really good, a feel good song. It's just to get you
Yeah.
moving, right? Get your toe tapping, get your feet tapping, get your ass shaking. That's all you need. You know what I mean? This is the same album that has We're All Alone.
Frankly, any song on this album, this is a perfect album.
Yeah, I have it. I have it. Yeah, big surprise. I have it. Soak Degrees. Get yourself a copy. Really good. All right. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I was going to go on to 78, but I'm not going to do that. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Our picks, top five picks and two honorable mentions for Tripping Through the 70s, 1977. Please put down in the comments below your picks for the year 1977. Uh, could be as many as you want. We're just having fun with these episodes, and we hope that these episodes and these songs bring back some fantastic memories for you. And you get to revisit some songs that you haven't heard in a while, or some songs you never heard of before. You never know, right?
Maybe
That's
you
the
could remind
wonderful.
us of some.
There you go. You might not think so, but that's the wonderful thing about music. There's always something new to discover and hopefully enjoy for years to come. You know. So for Bluebeard, otherwise known as Bill Schuster, I got to put that in there. I'm Armando signing off. Please look after yourselves and one another. And oh yes, by the way, do click like and subscribe and hit the notification bell to keep yourselves on top of any new content we got coming up. We will be back with right away with Tripping Through the 70s, 1978. It only gets better from here. We hope. Bye for now.